Is Funko threatening their fans? Why are they doing this? And what does it say about the company as a whole? All that and more in today's video. Hey, what's going on guys? Popmaster here, and today we're going to be talking about a rather sensitive topic in the Funko Pop community right now, which are these cease and desist orders that Funko is sending out to fanatics from their own attorneys. I know, crazy, right? If you guys didn't know, a cease and desist order is sent out by not only attorneys, but by anyone to a person basically saying, if you keep doing this action, we will sue you or take other legal actions. Basically just a threat of legal action, but not actually legal action, if that makes any sense. And this matters for Funko right now because their own attorneys are sending these cease and desist letters to several Funko Instagram and Twitter websites that are leaking Funko Pops. You guys know when you go on Instagram, you'll see these lists every now and again. It will say Funko Pops coming soon. It's just a list of names. There's no actual figure concepts or designs or anything. It's just what's coming up soon, and it's a great way to learn about, you know, what's coming up with Funko and get really excited. But Funko is now taking a very, very hard line against this, and it's getting pretty crazy. So as I just mentioned, they are sending these cease and desist letters to fans. One of them was actually Funko Pop Wave. He used to run these Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook accounts, again, all centered around Funko Pop news and leaks. Just out of curiosity, right before I made this video, I actually searched for all of his social media accounts, but I found nothing. I think that guy might have actually deleted everything because, again, I couldn't find any of his accounts. No Instagram, no Twitter, no Facebook, no nothing. I have no idea what happened ever since he got this letter from Funko, which I should have put up in the screen by now, so hopefully you guys have a good look at that there. But basically it's saying, you know, you are leaking Funko's trade secrets. This is not okay. We have special agreements with our licensors. You can't do this. If you keep doing it, then we will sue you. That's like a 2-cent summary because I don't want to read the whole thing with you guys. I don't want to waste your time. I'm not going to waste my time either. So that's basically what it's saying. You are leaking confidential information. You cannot do that. Shame on you. And we will sue you if you keep doing it. So that's basically what they're saying. And it's pretty harsh. You know, a company treating their own fans and paying customers that way. I mean, that's pretty sad, but we'll talk a bit more about that later. So as I just mentioned, Funko's obviously threatening legal action in these cases. So I was thinking, how are they actually going to prove this? Because if you think about it, all of these accounts are basically just messengers. They take information that someone else gives them and then they give it to their audience. Most of the time, these accounts aren't the ones actually, you know, going through whatever Reddit websites that they use to actually find the leaked pops or their sources or whatever. They're not the ones who are actually doing it. They hear it from someone else and then they pass it on to their followers and their audience, basically. So if you're in a court of law and you're suing someone over this, how are you going to prove that they are the ones who are originating the information? You just can't. So that's what I'm kind of confused about here, is Funko's threatening to sue these people, but in a court of law, just saying, oh, they're reposting something. You can't really prove that. That's not really going to go anywhere. At least, maybe if any of you guys are lawyers out there, you can kind of correct me, but if I'm reading this right, maybe as a Funko collector, yeah, you kind of know that they have some sort of inside information, but in a court of law, if you're arguing in front of a judge to convict somebody, that's probably not going to work out just saying, oh, they know about this, if that makes any sense. And this seems very hypocritical because Funko, obviously, in this situation, is getting after fans for leaking products before they are supposed to come out. Yet, all the time, their big box retail partners, including stores like Target, are putting out pops on the floor to buy months, I'm not kidding you, months ahead of when those pops are actually supposed to come out. Just a few weeks ago, there were some Marvel Blacklight figures that were found in a Target store. Those are not supposed to come out until June. This is crazy, right? So Funko is picking on these small creators for leaking pops, but they don't say a peep to their large big box retail partners for doing the exact same thing, if not worse. Because those accounts are just sharing the information, while the big box stores are literally putting those products that the accounts are talking about on the floor. How crazy is that? One of the biggest examples of Funko's hypocrisy here was the Zack Snyder's Justice League pops, especially the black and white figures, because back in February, they were live to pre-order on the Warner Brothers DC shop for everybody. Everybody could see them, everybody could order them, that was it. Funko does not reveal those pops until April 1st. No, they were actually real, that wasn't an April Fool's joke. April 1st. That was more than a month after those pops were already available to pre-order. That is absolutely ridiculous. And that serves as a great transition into my next point in this video, which is something I wanted to make a separate video about, where I'm just going to talk about here, that Funko has a ginormous marketing problem. Their marketing sucks. As I just talked about, this has been an issue for a long time. Pops are being released on the floor several months before they're actually supposed to come out, and that doesn't really do a great job from the actual company's perspective. Like, that shouldn't be happening. I shouldn't have to get 90% of my Funko news from these Instagram accounts that have no actual affiliation to the company. That's just really sad, because Funko's actual social media channels, and just any information for that matter, is very late and just not helpful at all. For example, these Hot Topic pre-orders, they don't give you any links or tell you when these pops are going to release. I have to get all that information from like 3 different accounts. They cannot tell me anything. And there's a new Hot Topic exclusive that they say is coming soon. I have no idea what that means. They will not tell me that that Hot Topic exclusive is actually out until weeks, if not months, after it's already hit stores and probably sold out. That's a big problem. And as I just talked about, this problem is why these accounts actually exist in the first place. Because Funko's communication about new releases is so goddamn poor, we have to turn to these backwater social media accounts, which are awesome, don't get me wrong, they make great content. But that's the reason we're going to them, is because Funko fails to give us this information by themselves. Maybe it's just a licensing agreement, I have no idea. But they really need to get a lot better with that. And instead of suing fans, why don't they just take some own responsibility for their crappy marketing and do it themselves? Just market their products a little bit better, so that we don't have to rely on this secondhand information to get excited about new releases. Again, I shouldn't have to be finding out on Funko's official Instagram about a pop 3 weeks after it's already hit stores. Funko makes it very hard for people to collect figures, and you almost have to turn to these accounts to get any sort of collection. It's ridiculous. And it's kind of funny because this is a bit of a tangent here, I don't really know what to put this in the video, but I'm not really sure where these leaks are even coming from. Because again, these accounts I was talking to you about, like a Nerdy Dad or Silent Pops, they're just the messengers. They get this information and carry it on to the fans. They don't actually generate it themselves. So I've always wondered where this actually comes from, because maybe it's like the factories. I've heard a lot of rumors about how there's some very loose-lipped people at the Funko HQ who are leaking this. I don't know if that's true at all, but that's just what I've heard. So to kind of wrap things up here, I don't think any of these cease and desist orders that Funko is actually sending out to fans are going anywhere. As I just mentioned, it would be extraordinarily difficult for their own attorneys to prove that a fan or an Instagram account is deliberately doing this, or at least originally creating the information. They're just passing it on. And hey, you're not gonna, if you take on these Instagram accounts, you're not gonna solve the problem. They're just the messengers, you know? Don't shoot the messengers. That's like a basic saying. So they're not gonna get anywhere. And I just can't even imagine the horrific PR that they would get from suing their own fans, their paying customers. That would be a terrible thing for the company. And as of right now, I don't know their actual finances, but I think they're doing okay. But if they have something like that, that's going to turn off a lot of people from them. If they're willing to take on their own fans like that, I don't think a company's ever done something like that before. It's crazy, but anyway, I just really want to share this with you guys because it's a huge issue. Funko should not be doing this. It's absolutely terrible. And it just reveals some huge problems with their overall marketing that they need to fix. You know, then we wouldn't have to be in this problem in the first place. But if you guys want to see more discussion videos about Funko, make sure to click the video at the top of the screen right there. I got a great one for you guys to watch if you're interested in that. Thank you guys so much for watching and have a great day. Bye.